What's up, everybody? It's me. It's AlexisMaurice and my co-host, Mr.
Trei Hollywood.
Tonight, we are talking about the season 8 reunion of the Real Housewives of Potomac. We wanted to do part 1, but we was like, nah, let's wait. We want to do part 2. We was like, nah, let's wait. Run all 3 parts together, and we about to review all 3 parts. So go ahead and pour yourself a glass of wine. Put up a chair, fellas, ladies. If you got some lipstick, put on some lipstick while we get into all of the things Real Housewives of Potomac.
Yes.
Now, before we begin, please make sure that you like this video, not only on YouTube, but like it on all of the social media. Here we go again. He got balloons. He got thumbs up. What is the problem? It's colorism. That's why I've come to the conclusion that there's...
Okay, go ahead.
Like this video on all of your social media platforms. Please make sure that you share this video on all of your social media platforms as well. Please make sure that you comment below. Let us know what you're thinking as we're going along. And make sure that you subscribe to this YouTube channel so you can receive all the notifications when new videos come up. Whenever we talk about Housewives stuff, when it's the big leagues, the Super Bowl of Housewives, we're gonna always bring in someone to chit chat with us. And you know him, you've seen him before. Let's go ahead and bring in our pop culture expert. Drum roll, please, Mr. Gallo.
What's up? What's up, guys? Thank you.
Hey, Gallo. I love Gallo because Gallo always offers a very unique perspective. Sometimes I don't know where he be pulling this shit from, but you know, he has an opinion and he's not afraid to give it. So I love having Gallo to come talk all things Housewives. And our next special guest is, drumroll, I didn't tell you guys who's coming. Neither one of you guys know who's coming. Are you ready? I'm about to rock y'all world right now. 3, 2, 1. Nobody.
I knew it.
I was going to say, I'm like, I was about to be like, should I click off or not?
Right, I'm about to say bye.
Gallo, I would not set you up for failure like that.
I would
not do that.
Bye.
I don't know where Josh at. Josh, where are you, girl?
Josh, where'd you go?
I've been FaceTiming you. We're trying to figure out where you're, because you're supposed to be here talking to us too.
I even sent the news. Thought I was gonna wake him up. That didn't even work. So he's asleep.
Maybe.
No, my news be here, so don't try it, okay?
I'm just saying.
Baby, this ain't no Chris over here. This ain't no Chris. Okay?
Chris who?
Candace's husband. Okay.
Oh, with that old brown penis that allegedly he be throwing all over the place or whatever. Let's talk about the Real Housewives of Potomac. Real quick, who do you guys vote as best dressed?
Mia. For me, it was just a complete package. It was a complete look. I really love how the dress flowed. And like I said it before, I feel like the dress to me just looked like some satin hair. It just looked like a horse hair. And then even when she stood up in the final, in part 3, when she hugged Gordon, you can see the dress even more. It just really looked like hair, like a long, nice, beautiful ponytail hair. I loved it. It worked for me.
You gave her best dress as her dress looked like horsehair?
No, because it's the way of it.
I mean, to each its own.
You know that dress looked like hair. I even said it when we first saw the pictures that it looked like hair. The way the dress looked, it looked like it was created off of the image of some beautiful black silk hair.
Horsehair.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna go with it.
Don't judge me on my opinion, damn it. She was the best dressed to me, okay?
All right. And that's That's fair. Gallo, who was best dressed to you?
I'm not gonna lie, it was hard to choose because it was definitely the best dressed cast photo in a long time for a season, especially for Potomac. I had kind of like a three-way because it was three different styles, and I liked the three different. I love my Karen, I love my Candace, and I love my Kay. I like what Kay did because it was like a shorter dress, something different. And then Karen I love because she went with a short hairstyle. And I love the gray she brought in. And then Candace, I mean, Candace never gets it wrong. So,
I would say Candace is probably one of the most consistently good,
on Potomac, yes.
Yeah, on Potomac, absolutely. She's always kind of consistently hit it. She looked good. My personal favorite, I think, was between Karen and Mia. One thing about Mia knows how to fill out a dress. I mean, the titties, the hips, like she looks very good. And I thought her dress fit her good. Now, as the night went on, though, kind of started seeing her sheer kind of, fumble up just a little bit.
And that's why.
No, that's not why. Because Gallo didn't like the dress when we saw the picture, so that ain't why.
No, Trey, I didn't say that. First picture of her sitting down, she looked gorgeous. I loved it. I thought she looked beautiful. Then when this picture of her standing up, I didn't like the side view of it, but it's still a beautiful dress. I just think it needed to be a little more fitted on the top.
So for me, Karen did look great. What really to me made her look really good was the different style of hair.
I think it's one of the best hairstyles she's had.
Her makeup looked really good. The dress to me, it was nice, but it wasn't like it wasn't like a wow factor to me like Mia's dress was or like Candace's was.
I thought the dress was very, and no, I'm not being shady, Mother Karen or whatever, because you're the grand dame, you're the overall house mother for the House of Bravo. But I felt her dress is very age appropriate for her. I loved how it kind of gave that grandeur, sitting up. I just thought it was very appropriate for her. Yeah. Wendy looked cute too. I didn't too much like her hair as much.
That's the one part I didn't like.
Yeah,
the hair.
The hair really threw me off. It was giving me the Joker, like how he had the hair like that.
It reminded me of Kim Kardashian at the Met Gala when she was dripping it out of the water.
And I was very disappointed in Robin's dress. I really, really was. It's like she had a pantsuit dress kind of situation going on. Robin usually wears some pretty okay dresses like for their shoots and stuff. Reunion, sometimes, but...
I mean, she's friends with Giselle. What do you expect?
Exactly. I wanted to find out if that was like part of if that was GNA.
And GNA still got Christmas photos on their website. They still stuck in the fourth quarter of 2023. Girl, we is in 2024. Why y'all still got Christmas photos on y'all website?
You know who looked good though? Ashley. I thought her dress was pretty. But the hair was too much for me. It was too big.
I actually liked the hair.
Ashley didn't look as cheap as she normally does. I will give her that. She
looked more elevated.
Look Hollywood.
Sophisticated.
Yeah. Look like she be ordering her dresses from Shein or something like that, girl. I don't know what be going on. So let's go ahead and get into the things.
I think I want to start with Mia.
Okay.
What we found out on the reunion of all of the allegations of her son being of another man, to hers being in a new relationship, getting a divorce, being locked in the room with her cell phone being taken away, to Gordon, now we find out he's sick. How do y'all feel about how she's still being supportive of him, what he has going on?
I'll say this about Mia, which I think you're both going to be shocked at this. I'm actually starting to like Mia. Not saying I didn't like her, but I think sometimes she just came off so cocky. But I think this season really showed her empathetic side and like that she actually cares about more than I actually seen, I guess, from previous seasons. I'm really happy for that because I had nothing against me. I just didn't like the way she moved the past seasons. But this really showed like she actually cares because I mean she's had a messed up childhood and her upbringing. So it's cool that she still has his back. Who knows what really went on that we don't know about. So I'm happy though. Gordon said it too. When that whole commercial break came in where like I didn't know what he was gonna say. I thought it was like gonna be like an affair or something on those terms. And it wasn't leaked to like the media. Yes. So it was actually a shot, like it was something like, oh whoa.
That lets you know that they control what gets leaked because out of respect for him, we didn't hear nothing about what was going on. Normally we hear all kind of stuff.
Right.
Gordon has been diagnosed with bipolar 1 disorder. It was something that he's known for almost 3 years now. As most Black men, when it comes to mental health and stuff like that, they don't always deal with the diagnosis, but he has now been able to kind of recognize that this this disease it's caused problems in my life. To answer your question, Trey, I don't see anything wrong with it. Mia has been married to this man for X amount of years. Whether she had an inheritance when she married him or not, whether she had money or not, it's obvious that Gordon provided a very comfortable lifestyle to Mia. And even though he's diagnosed with this disorder, despite everything that's happened between them, she has made the decision.
That's mine.
So I actually applaud her for doing that. I want to see if it's actually going to happen. But she did say that he's going to be moving across the street from her house in DC. Now, once Gordon starts dating and he gets another woman, that's a different story. They're going to have to reevaluate that, because if I was Gordon, a new woman, ain't no finna be taking care of my man. I would take care of my man.
What Mia reminds me of, and you may say, what, Trey, what the fuck are you talking about? To me, Mia is like the Kenya of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Because when Mia first got there, just like when Kenya first got there, I didn't like any of them. I didn't like either of them, right? Did not like them because, like Gallo said, it's just a vibe that you got. They came in trying too hard, this and that. And as Kenya became more a mother, she became a different woman. We saw a softer side, a more caring side to her. And I feel like that's what we've also got from Mia, when Mia actually been able to experience in front of us what she's going through. She's been able to be a little more softer. She's more understanding of people's situations. You can see her talking to, caring about what Giselle had going on, what Wendy had going on. So that's why I say this to say that I feel like Mia kind of reminds me of Kenya, because we're able to see both sides of who they are.
They let their guard down, finally.
Let me tell you something. I told y'all last time that Mia was going to be the future of Potomac. And you know why Mia now has the spotlight? Well, I don't like living spotlight. You want to know why Mia got the spotlight? It's because Giselle refused to be the leader of the girls. Giselle was put in charge of the girls since season 1. And because of her inability to come to some type of agreement with Candace, her inability to come to some type of agreement with Wendy, she took herself out of first seat. Woo! And what we saw was Mia first seat on one couch, and we saw Karen first seat on one couch. When it comes to Karen and Giselle, it reminds me of Kyle and Lisa Vanderpump from Beverly Hills. Both of them were OGs, and we didn't know who was in charge of the girl until Lisa Vanderpump left with her tail between her legs, and Kyle became supreme. And Karen, in my opinion, is now supreme. And Mia has shown us the willingness to get along with people. She has shown us the willingness to try to foster reconciliation and the mending of fences with the other girls.
And still have drama.
She showed us an amazing personal story that we're going to want to know more next season too. Mia is about to emerge as in charge of the girls, second in command to Karen.
I agree. I completely agree.
I'm excited for her future.
Speaking of future, so
let's talk about it.
We all knew this was coming. Candace has already said that she's out. Deuces. No, it didn't come up. Damn. Damn.
Got him.
Now, Robin has officially announced.
No, she's been fired.
She's been fired.
No, she's not taking a step back from the show. Her ass was fired. Do not pass go. Go home, girl. And Robin is another one who I thought could have rose to the occasion and been a better housewife, but she failed. I don't feel sorry for Robin because Robin gooped us.
And I don't like what she insinuated. It really pissed me off.
About what? Tell us.
About Candace saying, oh, you're saying you left. No, Candace left. You got fired. You just mad because you got fired and she left on her terms. And Candace will be back. I know Candace will be back. Robin is not.
I was going to say, Andy did a little podcast thing where he said he hoped both of them do come back or whatever the case may be. But I told y'all before. I say this before. I made my proof. I had my receipts. I sent my pictures. I told y'all Candace is pregnant. Told y'all don't want to believe me.
We
did.
Got that Trey.
No, what I'm telling y'all, I'm talking in regards to her leaving. You brought it up, so I'm bringing it up.
We're talking about Robin right now and the fact that she was fired.
I'm happy Robin just got fired. I wanted her to get fired 3 seasons ago. I always said that she was fake, phony. We didn't have no storyline. All we ever always got from her was her basically creating stories and situations to kind of keep her afloat. But baby, now she can't keep herself afloat because she ain't got no job, just like her husband. They both unemployed.
I will disagree with you one thing you said, Trey. I don't think she was fake. I just don't think storyline she was trying to pitch to the network with her family didn't want to support. So it kind of flatlined. Because I don't think she's a fake person. I think Robin's probably one of the most real people, to be honest. I just think with her, the way she went about it, it's just like, what? You could have ran with that storyline, but Juan wasn't running for it. He was ducking and dodging anyway.
That's the thing. The viewers can recognize when people are being real and when people are kind of staging things. She had all of the elements to be a phenomenal housewife, but she chose to always remain, one, in the shadows of Giselle, and two, she didn't really have the support of her husband like she should have. You know, Juan would show up in scenes with her and he would show up every now and then, but at the end of the day, in the beginning of the morning, in the middle of the afternoon, how many reunions have Juan been to?
I think one or two. Her parents weren't even on this past season. And her parents were always on.
The stories that she should have been following, she did not follow. I always say that story with her being depressed during the pandemic, that was a big story that most of America felt.
We can relate to it. And we can relate to it. Yes, we could absolutely relate to it.
And she missed it. She missed the opportunity to get in front of this situation with Juan. No, I was waiting for Karen to bring it up. And guess what? That waiting get your ass a goddamn pink slip and you are out of here.
You're fired. Get out of here. Right?
I just feel like in any type of relationship, you're comparing your partner. It's a partnership. And I feel like no matter what, in any type of situation, whether you don't want to be there or not, you're supposed to be there to support your significant other, your partner, your wife, your fiance, your girlfriend. And there's never been a situation where it seemed like he was their support. Even if we go back to the reunion and he was not at the reunion, I feel like we've seen Juan more on a cell phone conversation with Robin more than we've actually seen him in scenes.
And I can think about blowing up on her on a cell phone conversation.
Yeah, absolutely. Him not being a part of her story or part of her life in the seasons
and being authentic.
Being authentic is what led to her losing her job. So there was this whole thing where supposedly because they talked about what was going on with his situation, what caused him to get fired. Now he done got her back. He done got her fired. Now they both ain't got a job. You're in front of millions of people that you're being seen on TV. And I just don't see that he's been supportive of her. And she had to hold her own in so many reunions without him.
Yeah, and that's my thing. You know, she can sit here and say, I'm so glad Juan Dixon is not here.
I am so glad that Juan Dixon is not here right now.
Girl, he wasn't coming in the first goddamn place. My thing is this. If you man enough to do whatever the hell you doing out here in the streets, putting your credit card on file for bitches that you don't even know, it's been known that you've had infidelity issues. If you're constantly making your wife look stupid on national TV, you should have the decency to show up and be behind her and have her back and defend yourself and or your marriage or and or your relationship, whatever it is, show up for that woman.
It's so many questions that would have been asked if he was there.
But that's another thing too. Him not being there, you're not putting money in your pocket for both of you and your family for not being. Like, if you were there really to support her, that's one thing. Second thing, you're an OG of Real Housewives of Potomac and you have nothing really to show for, and now you're jobless. Like, if you get on a reality show that is one of the biggest reality shows in the country, you better use that platform for everything you got while it's hot, especially when you're popping. We don't hear about the hat business. Podcast, I mean, you don't hear a lot about it. At least Candace could say, Candace got her music career. She's in movies, scripted TV shows. She has her hairline. I'm sure she'll make a brand, hopefully having a baby. She has a supportive mother, you know, that helps her and has always been there for her. And Robin, I'm not saying her parents aren't supportive.
We don't see it.
We don't see it, but we don't. Knowing that they were in a hole before and possibly knowing it may happen again, it's just sad.
And the fact that he was not working this season as well too. I love Mia when they did that cooking class together and she questioned him. She was like, so that wasn't smart for you to put.
And that's why it was the last scene we seen him.
Exactly. You're right. I don't think we saw him anymore since that.
I think that was the last time.
Because he was uncomfortable. He was really, he was kind of more pissed off when that happened, and he probably told production.
Regardless if it's uncomfortable for you or not, this check is a check that we can depend on every year. Let me show up. Let me show up for my wife like she has shown up for me and look stupid every season after season after season behind the decisions and the dumb decisions that you were making, Juan. This is an opportunity for your black ass, the black man, to stand up and support your black queen, and you failed to do that. So yes, I do think he takes 50% of the ownership of why she's getting fired, because she was making decisions to cover his ass. So he won't look bad or another black man looking bad stuff that he did.
They even brought it up when she was thinking about opening up that establishment. She said because, he's not working and this wanted to be another source of income. What was that? She's opened up a facial...
Some kind of spa place or something. Yeah, facial...
Random.
Yeah.
Random.
They need to open up a gym. This would be a perfect opportunity if she was coming back next season. The grand opening for a gym. All of those workout videos that they used to do back on Atlanta. Because she looks amazing. She has an amazing body. He's fine as hell. So imagine the two of them together doing something. Girl, that's sexy.
I think they
don't act like you don't want to be there.
Some people I feel like are made for Hollywood and that lifestyle, and some aren't. And sometimes you could help someone gain it a little. And I feel with them, they just weren't having it.
I have a question for y'all. Yes or no question. Do you think that they're going to get a divorce?
No.
Her getting a divorce from Juan would be the reason why she ends up back on the Real Housewives of Potomac. I believe that this time, if they don't make it, Robin is going to finally pull back the veil and be real with us, and she doesn't necessarily have to protect him. Now, she still may protect him because he's the father of their kids, but I wouldn't be surprised if they do end up eventually divorcing. And if they feel like divorce, it's going to be money issues, or he done something stupid again, and she decides to kick his ass to the curb.
Or neither are going to have money and it's just going to end.
Oh, yeah, or that. Or I was thinking that because I really feel like Juan is only here for the show. Even though he's not really on the show, I feel like he's only sticking around because she was on Real Housewives of Potomac.
So with that being said, Trey, it might be all right now that she's not on the show anymore.
No, I'm saying I feel like that's the only reason why he was staying around.
He was, yeah.
He wasn't being seen like that. So,
but that's my point.
But he was collecting a check that was going into their account. It's sad. It is sad. I'm not saying I was ever a huge fan of Robin, but it is sad.
Someone who has been making waves is Candace. So Candace has revealed to us that her and Chris and his brown dick are expecting their first child.
That's crazy.
Trey, you said it in our group chat. You said that you felt that Candace was pregnant and that was the reason why she was leaving.
I said it back in March. Sure did. Mm-hmm.
Which makes sense because she didn't want the stress of, dealing
with
these ladies while she's pregnant. I hate that she felt that she needed to do that, but at the same time, I get it.
I'm just so happy for Candace. I think because Candace has got such a bad rep over the years. And like I say, I liked her from the day she stepped into that former Oz restaurant I loved her from that second to closing of season 8. I'm so happy everything she's accomplished. So happy she's going to have, I think, the final thing that's going to complete a part of her life and being a mother. She's done everything. She's a singer. She's an actress. She's a reality star. She's an entrepreneur. And I feel like we haven't even seen what Candace is going to do still. And I feel like the one thing I like about Candace, which I feel is very hard to do as a housewife, her name Candace, she don't use her full name all the time. She just goes by Candace, like when she performs. I think it's cool that some people just know her like that rather than being like oh, Candy, she's from exactly.
And that's Candace, so now it's Candace.
Exactly. And some housewives, like you gotta say, oh, they're from, the Real Housewives. Some people are like, oh no, I know who she is. She plays in that show and she sings that song, Drive Back. But at least they know the actual song. They don't just say, oh, hey, it's a Real Housewife. That's one thing I love about what Candace has done. And she hasn't always have to talk about housewives 100% to get what she's wanted. And I feel like, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like the cast, it kills them.
Oh yeah.
For what Candace has accomplished. And I'm so happy I can't be more happy for Candace. I'm gonna send her a gift and everything for that baby.
Aww.
Yeah, like I said weeks ago, when you hoes ain't believe me.
No, that is not true. I never said that I didn't believe you. Put it up.
I said no. I admitted it to Trey. I said, yeah, you were right.
I was right.
I said no. Yeah, you were.
I understand why you said that to Trey. Oh, I'm sorry, Trey. You were right. What you apologize
Because I am. Because I'm right.
We never said that you were wrong. We were just like, oh, there's a possibility that she could be pregnant.
Y'all was told, no, I don't see it. Nah, I'm wrong.
Well, I didn't see it.
I saw it. Okay, I saw it.
Well, guess what? You get credit. You broke the news first before it was
yes, I broke it before
you get confetti and balloons, okay?
This is colorism.
I'm so happy for Candace. I love Candace just like Gallo since the beginning. She reminds me of myself because I'm very passionate about things that I want to do. And I get emotional. I do get emotional just like Candace do. And I just want everybody genuinely around me to win. And I see that in Candace. But when I feel like I'm maybe attacked from this way or attacked from this way, or people may not be seeing what I'm saying or hearing what I'm thinking, then I'm kind of going to say what I want to say. It's funny because my best friend and I, Daryl, we talk about like the aspect between Candace and Wendy. Daryl is Wendy and I'm Candace. So funny because we really remind ourselves when we being petty or shady, like he's literally Wendy and I'm literally Candace. When Wendy don't give a about that is Daryl and I'm emotional shit about like Candace. We're literally those individuals. So I've always loved her. I've always had her back. I've always been happy of the things that she has going on for herself. She honestly probably is out of all the Housewives franchise, she's my second favorite. And I think that she's so beautiful. Naturally, the world is literally at the tip of her finger. She can do so much stuff because she's so beautiful, because she can sing, because she has a platform of different things. And I think she's so smart.
I can't think of a better time for her to exit on her own terms. Apparently the network wanted her back, but at the same time, you're at this crossroads with this cast that just seems to can't get along. But she's pregnant and she was like, yeah, I'm out of here. I'll see y'all later. I might come back. I might not come back. It's good to know that the ball is in your court versus them firing Rob and saying, girl, you fired. Here's your pink slip. You ain't coming back.
You're fired. Get out of here.
You know, Candace hadn't always been one of my favorite people, you know, because
get it together.
She wasn't always one of our favorite people. But what 2 seasons ago, what Giselle did to her with that whole husband situation, I was not a fan of that. I wasn't here for it, and I thought it was very strategic and it was manipulative of Giselle to do that, to say that Chris made her feel uncomfortable. At that time, when she first said it, that was during the whole Me Too movement kind of thing, whatever. So to say that a man made you feel uncomfortable and that he made you go into a room, that kind of, put him on a plateau out there by himself. I give Chris all of the kudos for how he handled himself on part 2 of that reunion. When he basically said, you felt how you felt. I didn't agree with it. Candace feels how she feels. Respect her. Just like, people respected you. And I don't want to talk about it no more. I haven't spoken on it anymore since then. I'm not going to speak on it now. And you know what Giselle did? He got
Giselle together really quick.
Right together. There was nothing that she can actually say. So
and I was so happy with Candace's smile while she was standing behind. Exactly. In front of him.
I'm happy for you. You're going out on a high note. Now, what I did not like was Giselle insinuating that it was not only Candace's fault, but it was Wendy's fault when it came to this whole fight with them down to the fashion show. Now, I did not like that at all because somehow, some way, Giselle...
A fashion show with no fashion.
How dreadful.
She blamed all of them for the brawl that erupted. And Mia stepped in. She was like, hold up, Giselle, wait a minute. Wendy didn't have anything to do with that. She was trying to de-escalate the situation. Kate even said Wendy started off as the person trying to de-escalate. So Giselle's like, okay, yeah, well, I'll take Wendy out of it. It's Candace. How could you blame Candace for that? The Cookie Monster came in her face and started with her. And now you want to blame Candace for this? I absolutely see why Candace decided to pack her shit and get the hell out of there. And to be honest with you, I hope Candace don't come back. I don't think she should come back.
No, Candace will. I mean, no. Yeah.
Now you going down the wrong path. Okay.
We need to bring you back. We need to bring you back.
Come on back.
Yeah.
Go where you are celebrated, not tolerated.